Carlsen in the one black blitz game that he lost at
D4 A6. And
we have the
UNG goes D4, knight F6. I don't think there will be any sort of show-off openings in this game from Magnus. I think he understands that he needs to take this seriously, play his main lines, knight C3, bishop B4. So we have a Nimzo.
Straight up into the Nimzo, yeah.
Knight F3, and he can now switch to the Ragozin, but he goes B6.
Okay.
So we have a Nimzo.
Straight up into the Nimzo, yeah.
Knight F3, and he can now switch to the Ragozin, but he goes B6,
okay.
keeping with the Nimzo theme. I'm sorry, E3. Yeah, this is still heavily theoretical, and black has various approaches here. Bishop B7, bishop D3. You can take on C3 and switch to those types of structures, or you can play castles and then perhaps follow it up with D5.
Right.
Castles is on the board. And now I think is the principal choice. And Magnus goes C5, which is something I did not mention, but is also very possible. Sometimes, white plays with knight A4,
right.
forcing the capture on D4, takes.
That's all well known still.
Yeah,
Rook
E8, the bishop returns to F8, black plays D6, knight D7, G6,
yeah.
bishop G7.
I think they tried to make C5 work at some point, but it didn't quite.
Yeah. A3, the bishop returns all the way to F8, of course. Yeah, this position I think is considered to be, well, it's a complicated position, but
it's supposed to be okay for black.
As far as I know, it's supposed to be okay for black.
Yeah, that's what I
D6, bishop takes F3 and knight C6. This is a very concrete approach, actually.
Okay.
I was expecting D6, but Magnus...
I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he probably actually knows the theory in this position. I expect him to play knight C6 here, otherwise it's hard to justify giving up this proud bishop on B7.
And I guess there's problems defending the D4
Yeah, I guess bishop E3, E5 is simply, everything comes off, I guess. Followed by D5, knight E5, take on D3 and D5, and just everything comes off.
Just to exploit the live. We have the live game on the blue screen on the bottom left, but this is the analysis we're doing. Here E5 forces white
more
to
or less
take,
forces
because E4 is a big threat. Yeah. But if you take, and let me do something like this.
Yeah, I think this
takes
is
and D5.
Takes and D5. There should
be
very hard
off,
for black to. I mean, C5. If not for C5, it would be completely equal. But after C5, I have a feeling black should still be quite doing quite well.
Yeah.
And also, he can play D5 earlier. Actually, it's probably more precise to play D5 one move earlier.
Instead of
taking on D3, because you then create a threat of D4, forcing white more or less to take on D5.
Yeah.
And then you will swap everything down.
Yeah, I agreed.
So it seems like UNG finds himself in a situation where
he doesn't want to allow anything like this, but how to defend
how to stop it. If you play Queen E3, I think D5 might be very strong.
He goes D5.
He goes D5 straight away, but then I think E5, CD5, knight E5, I would say is probably maybe slightly better for black.
You still you now have a target, yeah. The bishop's going to come to D6.
I mean, if we're at all interested in the objective assessment,
right.
I would probably pick black if I had to pick a side. There's also knight D4 in this position, which could be interesting.
And he does take, and
this is the simplest.
Yeah,
knight E5. You force white to capture because otherwise, I think he loses material. Queen G3, knight H5 is very strong.
He goes Queen D1, which actually preserves the material.
Yeah, but knight G3, and there's Rook E4. I think the game might be over actually.
Yes.
And UNG just noticed that
Rook E4 hangs a piece, yeah.
Yeah, I think we could have a rather brief conclusion to the entire affair because that's a whole piece.
Yeah, and I can go ahead and say that Magnus Carlsen is the winner of the.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We will be found, drawn and quartered if something goes from here.
But okay, this is
Queen D3, Rook E4. You can sort of catch it on A4. Let's just show this because nothing else to discuss. Like Bishop G5, Rook A4. B4, but A5 just frees it up. No. A5 followed by A before, and you support it by the other rook.
It's not even close to being trapped.
The game is just over.
Over, yeah.
Yeah, especially considering that, I mean, it's over. Even if he didn't need to win it, the game would be completely dead.
Yeah.
So in the end, seems like a comprehensive victory for Magnus Carlsen in the tie-break.
Yeah, 16 moves only, and okay, black is completely winning already in this position.
A bit of an anticlimax in our second game, but the first one was a very nice one.
Interesting, yeah.
The first one was very nice, but the second one is perhaps regrettable for the purists. But
such as life.
Magnus will take it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Magnus will take it. He doesn't really care, and no one else would either. I mean, a win is a win. UNG is you can play knight C3, G3 and drive it towards G4, but you're never ever capturing it. It's just a full piece.
It's a full piece. I mean, it doesn't matter which variation. There's not even a slightly bit of compensation for it.
Yes, I think this is more or less a wrap, frankly, and I understand it's unpleasant for you, Youngie, to just resign.
But
you feel slightly ridiculous, but yeah, it's gone.
No, yeah, it's gone.
The thing is gone, and this being a blitz game, he doesn't even have much time to debate the question with himself.
No.
A bit of a sad conclusion to a fantastic tournament by Youngie.
No, definitely.
Let's restate this. I mean, he is definitely a hero of both of these events. He won it at 27.
Yeah, he'd be one of the top 10 players in the world. Yeah.
Beating a 27-75 player on demand in the last round.
Yeah, he had a monstrous 28-63 performance in this tournament, and that's really amazing.
But in the end, it will be Magnus Carlsen who wins the Qatar Masters 2015. I did it once, and I think I can sort of safely do it again now, because seriously,
this one seems pretty over.
This one is a bit.
Yeah, this one's too much.
And
in this one, your co-host agrees. So.
Yeah, you were trying to warn me in the previous time, and I went ahead and said it anyway.
When your co-host agrees, so.
Yeah, you were trying to warn me in the previous time, and I went ahead and said it anyway.
There's the
there
resign.
you see, there's the handshake, and the
Youngie resigns. Magnus Carlsen finishes as the winner of the Qatar Masters 2015.